Let us start the new chapter. Chapter number 6, Lines and Angles. This is the first chapter of geometry. That is the chapter Euclid, but it is not important. We will start here chapter number 6. Important geometrical chapter. Here theorems are there. Some axioms or postulates are there. Okay? What do you mean by this axiom? What do you mean by postulate? What do you mean by theorem? This is the question. Now first I tell you that axiom, the word axiom, plural is axioms. Axiom means truth which is used about geometry. That is called axiom. And 2 plus 2, 4. This is the universal truth. Maybe the language is different. Okay? But 2 plus 2 always equals to 4. Universal truth is called axiom. We use here in geometry. But 100% geometrical statement which is always true anywhere in the world is known as postulate. It means what? Axiom and postulate are same. Axiom is used in any mathematical field, whether it is geometry, algebra, arithmetic, trigonometry, or vectors, or any other field. Axiom means universal truth for any mathematical statement. If it is true, we call it is axiom. If it is true statement and which is used only in geometry, then we call it postulate. Meanings are equal. Okay? The third word is theorem. Theorem. Theorem means also it is true, but with the help of some logical argument, with the help of some previously accepted definitions, with the help of some previously accepted postulates or axioms, okay, with the help of all this our knowledge, if you prove this statement, then it is known as theorem. Theorem is also universal truth, but you can prove it with the help of logical argument. Here you know that logical argument is about only geometry, it's not about others. Okay? So with the help of argument, if you prove, then it is called theorem. So to prove theorem, there are mainly three parts: data, to prove, and proof. Data is also known as given. Whatever given in a statement, as for example, suppose statement is sum of three angles in a triangle is 180. Sum of three angles in a triangle is 180 degree. Prove that. Statement is true, that you know, but you can prove with the help of some postulate, with the help of some definition, with the help of previously proved theorem. Okay? So data, what is given? A triangle is given. To prove means, to prove, that is, you want to prove what? You are going to prove what? You are going to prove what here? Sum of the three angle is 180. So the statement is what? In a triangle, sum of three angles is 180. This is your statement. Means theorem. Data is what? A triangle is given. You can give the name, like triangle ABC is given. Name. What we are going to prove? Sum of three angles is 180. So you can write angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal to 180. And the proof is what? With the help of some logical argument, prove that sum of three angles is 180, which we will also prove in the same chapter. Okay? So in this chapter, some definitions, basic definitions are there. Some basic rules are there. Okay, so we will start this chapter with some basic definition, concept, mainly concept of geometry. Okay, and then we begin. So first we start with what? So first we start with some definition, like the chapter name is lines and angles. So here we start with a line. What do you mean by a line? Line. You know that line is infinite. We can draw like this, that you know. Both the side arrow, that means both the side infinite. Remember that line you can represent with the help of a symbol. Suppose the name of this line is AB, we can write line AB. और AB और उसके ऊपर symbol of line, you can say line AB. We use only this. We don't use this type of symbol in the 9th standard as well as in 10th, 11th, 12th, etc. But this is the method, one method. Okay? Line contain at least two distinct points. Remember the word. Line contain at least two. At least two means what? Two or more than two. At least two, यानी दो पॉइंट तो होने ही चाहिए. Minimum two is required. Okay, more than two may be there. So at least 2 points are necessary to draw a line. It contains at least two distinct points. Okay, distinct means different. Not you can't say that point A and point B is also the same. Two distinct points are necessary to draw a line. Now the another word is line segment. You have learned it in your previous standard, I think in 5th standard. What do you mean by line segment? Line segment means a part of a line is called a line segment. Part of a line means you can draw like this. It has two end points. Line segment has two end points. Okay, it has fixed length. Length is fixed. That is called line segment. Third is a ray. What do you mean by ray? Ray has only one end point, and on the another there is no end point, but it moves infinitely. A part of a line with one end point. A part of a line with one end point is called a ray. Okay? AB. So A is called vertex, also called starting point, also called initial point. Okay, and it moves towards B up to infinite. that is called ray AB. Symbolically, ray AB, but we don't use this. We don't use this. Here also, it is called line segment AB. Symbolically, we don't use it. Okay? This is about ray. Okay, now another definition about collinear point. What do you mean by collinear point? Collinear, linear means in a line. Remember the word. Linear means in a line. Collinear means all the points what are given. If they lie in a same line, then all points are called collinear points. Okay? So points which lies on a same line are called collinear points. As for example, a line is given. You can give the name of the line by small letters like L, M, N. Here also you can write lines L, M, N, P, P, Q, R, etc. with small letters. So suppose this is line L. You know that it has two distinct points, but at least many points are there. Suppose one point is A, another point is B, another is P, another is X. All these points, A, B, P, X, are called collinear points because they lie on the same line. Suppose one point is Y is here, then Y is not called collinear. But remember one thing. Here we say that to draw a line, it contains at least two distinct points. If I say Y is non-collinear, then according to this diagram it is true, but actually it is not true. It is false statement. Why? Because two distinct points are necessary to draw a line. So if you take point A and point Y, and if you draw a line AY, then how can you say that Y is non-collinear? Never. Y lies in line AY, Y lies in line BY, it also lies in line PY, also on line XY. Means Y is also on a line. Name of the line is different. Understand? So if you want to say, according to this diagram, if you want to say Y is non-collinear, then it is wrong. You must have to say A, B, Y. These 3 points are non-collinear. B, P, Y. These 3 points are non-collinear. B, X, Y. P, X, Y. A, P, Y. A, X, Y. The triplets are non-collinear. Because all these 3 points are not lying on the same line. Is it clear? So what do you mean by non-collinear points? What do you mean by non-collinear point? Non-collinear point means the points which are not linear, which are not collinear, are called non-collinear points. Or in another language, the points which are not lying on the same line. Points which are not lying on the same line are called non-collinear point. Is Is it okay? Concept clear karo. Collinear means all the point must be on the same line. All the point. 2 points are always on the same line. अगर एक पॉइंट आप यहां ड्रॉ करोगे, एक पॉइंट यहां लिखोगे, तो भी एक लाइन तो पास होगी ही होगी. बराबर है? So we can't say all this thing about 2 points. You must say a pair of 3 points. That is called triplets. So as for example, you can say that A, B and C, these points are non-collinear points. You can't say that A and C are non-collinear because 2 points of line AC can pass. B and C, one line can pass. Okay? So whenever there is a non-collinear point, you must have to say about 3 points, means triplets. Is that clear? This is about collinear and non-collinear. Write down this thing. After that, we will start another definitions.